Nice. And I will step back 10 feet. I'm happy to take the opportunity attack.
Really?
It will take the opportunity attack against you as you step back. This is a natural 20 to hit, unfortunately.
And what does it attack with?
It does. Its distended maw below the central eye with these sort of rotting teeth and fangs. Many of them have kind of like fallen out over just from decay, but there are enough in there to actually hit you. So that was 24 points of piercing damage from the crit.
Still happy about that? Still happy to take that?
No, I'm not.
It's Point of Order, our weekly discussion of the D&D 5e rules, occasionally interrupted by some actual role-playing. This is episode 20 of our campaign, All the Time in the World. Thank you very much. Without further ado, no more ado. Let's jump. Oh, there was some ado. All right, let's jump right in anyway. When last we left our intrepid adventurers, the party had returned to Cordis after an expedition to Deepborn Cleft to learn the secrets of the Chronomaticum from the ghost of Larthakia. Upon their return, they reconnected with Smiles' love, Cerise Underwood, who appeared to have a secret alliance with Frore and helped them concoct a plan to procure Hobart Thither Yonder's Cloud Runner that he had purchased from the Aarakocra of Stratus Excelsior. In exchange for a significant discount on the Cloud Runner, the party agreed to investigate a matter at the Helter Smelter mines at the northern end of Deep Crack. Silver production had halted recently due to a disturbance there, and Hobart was keen to get his hands on some. So the Quarry Boys ventured forth into the mines in the dead of night, and eventually came upon a large, floating orb of decaying flesh and multiple eye stalks. And so we pick up where we left off last week, with the party having just entered this chamber of rock and stone recently uncovered by the miners that appeared to have relics and sarcophagi of some sort of dwarven civilization, as the sarcophagi kind of line the walls, and a large relief of a massive dwarf figure stood at the end of the chamber. From behind it floated out this deathly figure, this round, spherical, decaying flesh ball with these multiple eye stalks. Each of the eyes inside the stalk and the large central eye sort of grayed over with this kind of miasma occluding its vision. And we are going to pick up where we left off by rolling for initiative.
Ooh, baby. This is bad. This is...
Wait, what part?
This is the absolute best kind of possible thing. We didn't even have to roleplay before we rolled for initiative.
No,
Like,
it's not that.
It's my dream.
It's not that. It's the thing we're about to face, which, by the way, I have new dice for tonight. I want to point out with very shiny dice. Okay.
Very
Too
nice.
shiny. Too shiny.
All new dice. Here we go.
Maybe you could
Initiative.
get Mike your old dice, because Mike...
He needs some good dice. Initiative
All
roll.
right.
My
All right,
guys are fine!
I'm calling for initiative. Smiles, what do you got?
I've got a 14.
14. All right, Lucius.
14.
14 as well. Valfire.
7, but the saber-tooth tiger rolled a 15.
Okay, got it. And then Roar, what do you have?
13.
13 for Roar. Okay. Sorry, what the tiger had? What?
15.
15.
Okay. And a 13 for Roar. Is that right?
That is correct. And I don't know that Owl was popped out, was he? No, he
I
was
believe he was not.
not. I don't think so either. Okay.
All right. At the start of at the top of round 1, it is this undead creature's turn.
Oh, no.
And let me paint you a little bit of a picture here.
Yeah, let's look at this.
Mm-hmm.
This is... this could be the end of some
It's fine.
characters.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine. So at the end, over there on the other side, what you see is this spherical, decaying ball of flesh that kind of floats out from behind this tall relief of a dwarven figure, and you can hear this kind of raspy, like sound as it starts to float gently towards you all, and it is going to fly.
Raj, music down just quite a bit.
Just a lot.
quite a bit.
Just a lot.
And just for that, I'm gonna destroy you
Bring it
all.
on. Bring it on. It's fine. It's fine.
So let's see. So coming at you all. Let's see. There it. Oh, it's not good. All right. So I need who's in front? Lucius. I
believe
need
it's
you
Lucius.
to make a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
And we
no.
all have Emboldened Bond. I forget. Does that impact Lucius as well?
If you had cast it on yourself, then yes. If you were one of the targets. of
Three
it, then-
willing creatures. I'm a guess. No, because I'm gonna guess it hit the other three.
Yep.
So dexterity saving throw. You say
Lucius, you need to make this save.
it's a 15, Raj.
15. All right. So from one of these eye stalks that are sort of like randomly floating about, one of them kind of turns towards you, and you see this thin green ray emanate from the eye and strike you. Let's see. You actually. You actually dodge out of the way. And just barely managed to duck in time for the ray to kind of zzz, just like a laser slice against the wall right next to you. And as you look up from your sort of prone position and get up, you see dust start to fly out from the side of the wall where this huge divot has just been sort of carved by this ray.
Oh, no.
And you look back and think to yourself, wow, I'm glad that was not me. Next up, it is
Rose,
the
man.
Tiger's turn,
Like, glad that was not me.
as advertised. All right, Tiger's up next. What are you doing?
All right, it's just
Lucius, you're
gonna
next.
go. It's gonna go charging in there. It's got 40 movement speed.
Okay.
And it will just double move. So go 80 and just go right up.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So it actually makes it 5 feet away from the creature, so it's not adjacent. It had to move through a lot of you to get there, so
Yeah,
there was
yeah.
double movement.
Yeah. Okay, that's it.
Sacrifice it.
And then it
Alright.
roars.
All right. Issuing
Can
a big
it-
feline
can it-
roar
oh,
into the
it's-
face of this creature. All right.
Did it have to double move?
It did.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
All right, and Lucius, it is now your turn, followed by Smiles.
Raj, I'd like to move in behind the beast and attack it from behind. So
Okay.
imagine him flying around the room and just like striking it in his rear.
Okay.
Ooh, wait,
what
you can
what
go
is your
through the
move?
back door?
50?
50 fly, yes.
I don't know you were into butt stuff.
Not so much.
He's into the butt end of his staff.
That's right.
Oh!
You get it? You get it?
You are such a
Heyo!
dad.
All right, so you were able to get behind it with 50 feet of fly. I'm going to say... Yeah, I'll say you can get there. Yeah, go for it.
Okay, he's gonna attack with his quarterstaff. Raj, 25 to hit,
Yeah, that hits.
6 damage.
6 points of damage, all right?
He's gonna use a key point to do flurry of
I'm
blows.
keeping
Go
track
for
of the damage.
As a bonus after you pick attack. 2 unarmed strikes. Okay. So here's the first one. Oh, crit fail. That's not how I want to roll.
Yeah,
Mhm,
I mean it's a pretty big target. Your fist just sinks into the decaying flesh, but it just like goes in there with a wet fuck kind of sound. You pull it out, you've got weird greenish slime on your finger, on your fist.
Is a 13 hit?
13 does not hit, unfortunately.
That was a waste. And then I can't. Is that flurry of blows in addition to my extra monk attack? Is that right? Or no?
No, it's you take the attack action, to make an attack. So you hit with your quarterstaff, and then Flurry of Blows gives you 2 attacks as part of your bonus action.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Wait, you don't have multi-attack 5th level? You don't do.
I remember I multi-classed, so no.
Oh, you don't. You're 4th level. Got it.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
So I don't think I have any other attacks left, Raj.
I believe that is it. So we will move on to Smiles, your turn, and then Fleur, you're next.
Remember, D4s to everything you add, you attack with. Ability checks.
Fantastic. The creature can see me.
You're not entirely sure where the big central eye is. It's kind of like glazed over, so you can't really tell.
I can see the creature though.
You can. Yes, you can definitely see the creature.
Fantastic. Then I viciously mock it by saying, "I'm not even sure if you can see me."
All right,
See
so
what I
it's
did
going
there?
to
See
make
what I
a Wisdom saving throw. That is a 6, so it does not save.
That'd be a 3 points.
Oh, actually, sorry. Is this the one where Vicious Mockery has to understand your language?
No.
Okay, all right. Then it gets the gist that you're insulting it, and kind of like moves slightly, like floats over in your direction, like. But you do apply 3 points of psychic damage to it.
Yeah, it got it. It burned. It was a burn.
Yeah.
Sick burn. Sick burn.
Sick burn.
So what else are you gonna do to it?
Oh, that's it. It just got disadvantage on its next attack.
Yeah, disadvantage on the next attack, and
Oh, and then I'm gonna move out of sight. Over
Okay.
to the
What-
left, to the north.
yeah.
To the
When
north there.
when Smiles just mocks and hides, what does like he say to the rest of the party that's jumping in there?
He
I'm
things
invaluable.
like he says things like, "You guys got this, and I believe in you."
Yes, he does. All right.
I would think he'd be like, I'm too pretty to get injured. I learned my lesson from the very first session. I must stay back and not run into rooms.
Right. All right, that was Smiles. Rory, you're up, and then Valfire, you're next.
All right, Roar will bonus action start singing his blade song, clicking that off, and I'm gonna go ahead and head that way. I've got 40 feet of movement. How close can I get?
That basically puts you right next to the tiger with 40 feet.
All right, in that case, I'm gonna look at it and cast Tasha's Mind Whip.
Okay.
Right at it. I need an intelligence saving throw.
Okay. And describe the effect of this to me, please.
This, if he fails an intelligence 15, the target makes an intelligence saving throw. Failed save, 3d6 psychic damage. It can't take a reaction until the end of its next turn. Moreover, on its next turn, it must choose whether it gets only a move, an action, or a bonus action.
Okay, very good. It does fail. And
Yes.
so go ahead and roll damage.
3d6. All right. That is 9 points of psychic damage.
9 points of psychic. Very good.
Nice.
Let's see. Yep. Good. 9 points of psychic damage. That's it. And then it can't make a reaction until the end of its next turn. And when it goes, it can only do a move, action, or bonus action.
All right, very good. All right, and it is Valfire, your turn at the bottom of the round, and I will go next.
All right, I'm going to charge, and I'd like to. I'd like to go straight towards the dwarven statue. So, let me see.
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 30, I think, gets me right next to the tiger. Is that right?
You can get there with 25 feet.
Oh, so the bear has 40 feet of speed. Okay. And then, what I'd like to, can I get towards the? What about the statue? Can I get behind that dwarven statue?
The big one over here at the end.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, you only have 15 feet of move left. You're not gonna be able to make it.
No, but if I like to use my full 40.
So
I'm happy to use my full 80 to get over there.
yeah, with 80 you can get back there.
Okay, great. Perfect. That's it.
Okay, cool. And then at the top of the round, I'm gonna go. So the creature, very clearly, very obvious to you all. This is a beholder, but of an undead nature,
Oh,
seemingly kind of somehow it's negative energy has sort of kept this thing alive, is going to, let's see, it gets, you're saying it gets only one action or a move, right?
An action, a move, or a bonus action. One of the three.
Got it. Okay, so it'll use the action that it's allowed. And it's going to fire, let's see, one of the eye rays as it fires at the giant tiger in front of it. Needs to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Wisdom saving throw.
All right, here's the roll.
Oh, that's gonna be a fail.
Okay. So this sickly yellow ray, almost like in a cone shape, fires out from the eye and envelops the tiger. And the tiger is now frightened for the next minute. It can make a saving throw at the end of each of its turns, but it is going to be attacking
5
with,
feet away still. Man,
yeah,
okay.
but it's going to attack with disadvantage on its attacks.
Maybe Lucius can push it into the tiger.
Okay, and it is, because it is only limited to an action, its turn is done, and it is the tiger's turn.
Yeah, sweet.
Tiger's turn?
Yep.
Okay, got it. So it's frightened and it can't go any closer, is that right?
It cannot, and it is 1 square away, yeah.
Yeah, so I'll just have it move it back 3 squares. Based on
No.
the beat.
I was gonna say, Paul, you could have had it ready in action to when the beholder moves into its space, and let's imagine that somebody shoves it.
I have a game plan.
That's great.
Okay.
All right, and so now its turn is over. Can I make another save?
The tiger can make another save, yes. Wisdom saving throw.
Skadoosh. Oh, that's 11, so that probably doesn't save.
No, that does not save. So the tiger still remains frightened. You can see it's like kind of arched its back and it's like crawling backwards slowly. And you hear, instead of the fierce roar that it came in with, you hear like this as it like kind of backpedals away from.
You stupid animal! Get in there! What are you afraid of?
All right, and Lucius, it's your turn, followed by Smiles.
Wow. I forgot what it's like to play in a small party.
Yeah, I know, right?
I was like, oh, I'm just gonna
My
sit here
turn
and-
again?
Yeah, exactly.
It's only one bad guy, yeah.
There's only one bad guy. Yeah.
That's a good point.
All right,
Now.
quarterstaff.
Go for it.
Is a 13 hit.
13 does not hit. I
Okay.
mean, again, you slam into the creature, but you can't seem to penetrate its thick, rubbery hide.
All right, second attack, unarmed strike, and that will not hit. And then bonus action, I'm going to shove it.
I think the unarmed strike count as your bonus action, the second attack.
Yes, you're right. I shouldn't have done that. Okay.
All right. That was Lucius
Does
Smiles.
it
You're
still
up.
have to make a bonus save to? Sorry, is it still doing one action only, or is that only for the last turn?
It was only for the last
Like it
turn.
doesn't have a reaction. It does have a reaction.
It does not have a or well, I guess up until Rory, your turn.
No, it was the end of its turn, so it actually
okay.
does have a reaction
Oh.
now.
Okay, reaction is back.
Okay. All right,
Would
I'm
you
done.
know that?
Yeah, I wouldn't. Maybe I would get some sign that's like behavior.
He's-
but-
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Smiles, you're up, and then Rory.
All right, so I'm going to step back out so I can see the creature once more. And I'm going to begin to nest my thoughts into this creature's mind and make it believe that it is surrounded by a wall of flames that it does not want to step through. And so these flames encompass it all around every side. It can't see through the wall. And this is going to be a phantasmal force that it has to save against.
Okay. All right. You basically want to create a wall of flame around the creature. Got it.
Right.
All right. So this is a.
What kind of save?
Saving intelligence. saving?
Intelligence save.
Okay. This is a 13. Does that save?
16 to save.
All right, so it does not save. So you you don't really notice any outward effect on the creature, except that it starts kind of like rotating slowly around, looking around its environs, like trying to find maybe some point of egress here. But it looks like it's fully enveloped in your illusion.
This
It's
is
also
good.
going to take five points of psychic damage.
5 points of psychic damage. Okay, very good. All right, as the illusory flames start to lap at it on the sides, it does take the damage. All right, very good. Anything else?
I will step back out of view, and I have concentration while the spell's in effect.
All right, very good. Thanks for the reminder. Concentration. All right, and that was Smiles. It is Roar, your turn, followed by Valfire.
I will make my way in and take a shot with the rapier, and then offhand Shadowblade. Question for you, DM, is:
Yeah.
Are we technically in dim light right now?
Yes, it's very dim light here.
Good, because that Shadowblade gets advantage then. So I'm glad to
very
hear
good.
that.
Actually,
Question for you, DM. Gotcha.
Gotcha.
Actually, point of order. What light source do you all have in this pretty pitch black cavern, essentially?
Well, Raj.
Well, Raj, I
Come
have
on,
dark
Raj.
vision.
Okay, I mean it's still.
I think I'd cast light on a rock.
I think you
did.
did actually.
You did
cast
actually.
light
Yes,
on a
you
rock.
did.
Yeah, yeah.
You yes, because you said it went
It
out.
kept
and then
using
you
the
cast
mage
it
hand to
again.
move it, and then it kept dropping.
You're
That's
right. Oh yeah, I think that's fair. All right, good enough. All right, so you're gonna move next to it and attack it. Got it.
Yes, I am. All right, here we go. Here's first attack.
Okay.
+8. Oh, that's a 12. Yeah, dirty 20, dirty 21
Yep.
to hit.
That'll
And then, offhand, a bonus action with the. Oh, that is cocked. That's so unfortunate. Do you see this? Do you see this? It's cocked. I
It
can't.
looks straight. It looks straight to
It's
us.
cocked. It's literally leaning on the D4.
All good. All good.
Oh my god. All right. Well, it's a 21 to hit again, or 22
21
to
hits.
hit.
Yep.
All right. So these two, that is D8 +5. Here's the roll: 7 points of piercing damage, and
Okay.
then it is 3D8 for the Shadow Blade, for another 12 points of damage.
Very good. Very good. All right. So with 2 strikes of your blades, one of them rather immaterial, you slice through this creature, and you can see the eye kind of narrow. The large central eye kind of narrow, and all the other eyes, as you strike it, they kind of the stalks kind of straighten, and you see the eyes kind of go bug-eyed at the end of them, while the central eye kind of narrows in sort of a frowning kind of feature.
Nice. And I will step back 10 feet. I'm happy to take the opportunity attack.
Really?
It will
Oh,
take
yeah.
the opportunity attack against you as you step back. This is a natural 20 to hit, unfortunately.
And what does it
as-
attack with?
It does. It's distended maw below
no.
the central eye with these sort of rotting teeth and fangs. Many of them have kind of fallen out over just from decay, but there are enough in there to actually hit you.
Can I ask you something, Raj? Yeah,
Yes.
go ahead and roll that damage. How
Okay.
long ago was our fight in the city before we got detained by Declan Cara Dune?
So that was 24 points of piercing damage from the crit.
Still happy about that? Still happy to take that?
No, I'm not. Question for you, Raj.
Yeah.
Question for you, Raj. How long ago was that? I just need to know for future AC bonuses.
That was still this evening.
Okay, great, great.
earlier
My
in the
mage
evening.
armor is still up. That's what I need to
Yeah,
know.
it lasts for
'Cause
8
I
hours,
haven't-
so it should still be up. Yeah.
All right,
so
well,
you
that's not great. That's not great.
Yeah.
That
You
hurt.
step back, leaving a piece of the flesh from your arm in the creature's maw as it's
Hey,
chewing on you.
That's mine.
Yeah. Valfire, you are up. And then I'm gonna
All right,
go.
I'm gonna pull a mic. Hear me out, Raj. Tell me what I
boy.
need to do
Oh
this.
boy.
Okay.
I'm a massive bear with 2 attacks. I
Yeah.
would like to rock that dwarven statue right over and push it into the just squash the guy.
Interesting.
Okay.
If I don't know if it even if what was I gonna say? And if it takes
Yeah,
Paul,
so
that sounds
I
pretty
like it,
cool.
Paul. I
That
like
sounds
it,
pretty
Paul.
cool. Really
Yeah.
cool.
So yeah, so I would say that the giant relief that you see before you looks like it would most likely tip sort of forward or backward, and so if you push it over, it wouldn't hit the creature, but you think that if you lured it sort of under there, that could be a move that you could do to crush it underneath.
All right. Well, can I start working on loosening it up? Because I'm assuming it might chase after Roar. So
Okay, sure.
Can I just start the rocking process?
Yeah, go ahead and give me an athletics check.
Ba, 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 ba. So this has a it's this bear. He's got +4 nature, religion, medicine, perception. But I guess Plus 4 to strength. Okay. Do. 10.
10. Okay. Well, you do push on it really hard, and you do feel like this ancient stone start to give way a little bit, but you think it's going to take more effort to actually push it over and accomplish the plan.
Since my bear has 2 attacks, do I get 2 chances at knocking it, getting it loose?
Yeah, go for it.
I just figure like with the grapple rule, if you have 2 attacks, you can, grapple.
Yeah,
grapple
definitely.
twice.
Sure, go for it.
Not even a 1, like
No, a 2.
This one, unfortunately, you kind of shove it again with your arm. You kind of stand up on your hind legs, and you're kind of leaning all of your bear weight against it.
Don't mind me back here.
Yeah.
Making some hammer.
Remember, you all have bardic inspiration. So,
Yeah, you have the D4s.
and the D4s and a D8. Like it's a D8 now, Smiles, or is it a
D8.
D6?
It's a D8. Yeah.
Okay.
For all 3 of us.
Yeah, we all
I
came
inspired
in
everybody
inspired.
right before we went in.
Yep.
Good.
I wasn't
good
using
memory.
that D8. I'm sorry.
Okay,
You only get
all
it
right.
once, anyways.
Just
Yeah,
once.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. I'm gonna go, and then the tiger's gonna go after me. So the creature, which can now does now have access to all of its actions, will let's see, it will yeah, it's going to its eye stalks start flitting around randomly, and it's going to I need you, Lucius, to make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Oh, baby.
Oh baby. Well,
I might use that
so
bardic
we've had Dex so
inspiration.
far. had
20.
wisdom.
Dirty.
Ooh.
Okay, dirty 20. As this reddish ray zaps out of one of its eye stalks and envelops you, you feel your muscles start to stiffen and contract, and as you're in kind of like mid-swing, you kind of freeze, but you call upon your mental resolve and just push past it and continue to press your attack against the creature. So you do save against the paralyzing ray that would have affected you.
Paralyzed. Okay.
It is the tiger's turn, and then Lucius, you're next.
All right, the tiger's still afraid, so I
Yeah.
guess it'll just repeat its
Mhm.
save.
Okay.
All right. +2 to this roll. Skadoosh. All right, 19.
19. It does in fact save. Your unempathetic overtures to the tiger finally sink through, and it starts thinking to itself, "He's right. What is wrong with me? I should just attack." And it shakes off.
Now
the
just shake it off. Like that song says. Shake it off. Shake it off.
I love that song.
That's
And
exactly how it
is,
sounds too.
Lucius's turn.
Lucius will notice what the bear is trying to do, and he'll pivot.
Pivot.
So round, and then use his wings to shove.
wait,
The other-
around.
I think
The
the
other
other
way. The other way. So that he can shove the guy in front of the statue.
Okay.
So that is a DC 15 strength saving throw.
Yes, I will make a.
Are you gonna
strength
attack him
saving throw.
first and then do it?
I don't have to.
That is a fail.
All right, so he
You can
moves
always
5
move.
feet.
You can always move towards him.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna bless everybody.
Okay.
So
Well,
everybody.
except for he can't see Smiles.
Wait. Three
It has
creatures
to
of
be
your choice
within 30
within
feet.
range. Does not say
feet.
proceed.
Yeah, 30 feet.
Oh, but it's 30 feet.
But it's
Yeah.
yeah. So you
More than
Smiles
30
would not be in range. So
Can I move?
You can
And
bless
then bless?
yourself, bud.
you can give
Yeah, you
yourself
can-
plus 2.
You can give yourself
Yeah, I'm gonna get myself blessed. That's
Bless you. Bless you.
So just remember, now you guys have 2d4 to add to every single roll.
Thank you, God.
Every roll,
And
or
by
just
God, I
certain-
mean Lucius.
I think save- I
Not
think
attack
saving
rolls,
throws-
saving throws, but you
Wait,
have
attack-
1d4 to add to a ability check.
All right.
D4 to attack
bond,
rolls.
can we add D4 to be a bond to attack roll to damage
Yes.
rolls?
Yes.
You
no,
would
damage
have-
rolls to attacks.
No,
yeah.
Attack,
Yes.
attack,
Oh, no, but okay, to attacks, not to the damage.
No, correct.
yeah. D20s essentially to D20.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
All right. Very good, Lucius.
Gorgeous,
and
Lucius. Gorgeous.
It is Smiles' turn, followed by Roar.
Okay, so fantastic. First things first. This creature
I
is
pop
still
up, freaks all the honeys.
Still
Sorry.
within range of my phantasmal force, so we're gonna roll a d6 for that.
Yep. Okay.
That would be another 5 points of psychic damage.
Okay. So you see the mass of decaying flesh start to quiver as it's pushed by Lucius's wave of its wings, and it thinks it's kind of rolling through this fiery curtain that you've created around it, and so it takes the 5 points of psychic damage.
And then I'll step back so I can see the creature again, and I'll yell out, "It's getting pretty hot over there, isn't it, buddy? You think it's getting pretty hot? Yeah, it's pretty hot. That's right. That's right." And I will viciously mock it for a
All right. Wisdom
Dex
saving
16.
throw. This is a failure with a 3.
fantastic. So that will be another 4 points of psychic damage. As
All right.
I see a tear developing in one of the vestigial eyes, and just as I see it drop, I step back out of view.
There you go.
A bonus
very good.
action. Sorry. Also, bonus action before I step out of view, I am going to yell out to Roar with a 3rd level healing word.
Oh.
May your wounds be cured with laughter as you laugh at this creature who is so stupid.
I look at the chunk of my arm and I'm like, ha 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 ha.
And that's going to be 15 points of healing for
So good. I'm back in the fight, boys.
Very
you.
nice.
Let's go.
Very nice. Very nice.
Raj, very minor point of order.
Yeah.
I also need a concentration token.
Oh, okay. What is that for?
Blessing. The blessing.
Oh, yeah,
The
of course. You cast the
blessing.
bless, yeah. Thanks for reminding me. All right, and it is Roar. It is your turn now, followed by Bellfire.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, time to step up and slice this thing to pieces. So let's go ahead and make my rapier offhand bonus action. Because I can't do a spell like Green Flame Blade or Booming Blade and then offhand attack, correct?
That is correct, because you're
Okay,
not
yeah.
taking the attack action. You are
Right.
casting a spell. Yeah.
All right. So here, let's go over the dice. Here is the rapier shot. Oh, yeah. That's a 19 on the D20. And then let's go ahead and do the Shadow Blade. Oh, wow. See, low, but this is why you roll stuff. Because my 8 turns into a 15 plus 8 because of the 3 plus 4. So, yeah, that hits as well.
Okay, awesome.
Lovely. All right, so here's the D8 for the 7 plus 5, 12 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And then here is the Shadow Blade damage, which is 2 8s and a 2.
Wow.
18 points of psychic damage. Yes.
Wow. That's
Yes!
really good. That's
really good.
Yeah.
Okay.
You continue to hack and slash through this creature, both blades whizzing right through it, and you're getting sprayed with like gouts of this filthy undead ichor
I'm just
as you
like this.
continue to like.
Ah!
Yeah, exactly. It's that scene in Guardians where Drax is inside the creature and he's like continuously stabbing at it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but and it is quivering in fear, and you keep hearing this every time
Nice.
you strike at it. And it is Valfire's turn.
All right, let's go. Belfire's like, all right, this will work. This is gonna
Squish
work.
it. Squish it.
All right, give me an athletics check.
Okay, so one roll is
Whoa.
14. No, I rolled twice.
Oh, okay.
I just didn't feel like rolling. So the first one is a 14 plus 4, which is an 18.
Okay.
And the second one is an 11 for 15. So
Okay,
18
perfect.
and 15. Yeah.
Awesome. So the DC was 15. So as you push with the first, your first kind of shove, you can hear a definitive crack, and you can see like this crack sort of forming at the bottom of the relief. And then you kind of like charge back, take a few steps back and charge forward one more time with all of your bare weight. And this time you hear this rumbling sound as the entire relief tips forward and slams against the creature from behind. And the relief instantly turns into rubble as it crashes all over the creature. And I need you go ahead and roll. That thing was really heavy, so I need you to roll 8d6 points of damage.
That's
from
Fireball.
86. Let's see those dice. Skadoosh. 25 points of bludgeoning damage.
All right. How do you want to do this?
Yes.
Yes,
You did not. Well,
You know,
yeah.
after the first bout of like it's in a like Malfoy's inability to like rock this thing, he's like, he thinks to himself, I got this. I'm a bear. I'm a big scary bear, and I got this. Lucius, move him a little bit. Oh, perfect. Mother, father, this is for you. Whoosh, and I'll push it over, and then just close my eyes and then look at the crash.
Amazing.
The
So yeah.
sickening thud. Whoosh.
Yeah. So as
Maybe
you,
the
as you-
brain. Maybe it like it's kind of like a soft tissue, so it crumbles, but it just
I
looks
picture
like
it's
it looks like
sound
a.
Go ahead. It's like that sound of Zelda pushing the stuff out of the way. Ding, 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 ding,
Yeah,
ding.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah. So as you finally shove it over and the thing topples over, it breaks into 100 like large chunks of rock and just crushes the creature below it. The soft, like just plowing through the soft tissue, it is basically just like a deflated mass of flesh. However, Roar, I do need you to make a dexterity saving throw because you are kind of at the edge of the outer edge of the rock pile here.
I'll make a dex saving throw with my 2d4s, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
That would count.
Oh, really good.
This testicle monster. Has anyone
20
seen this type of testicle monster
The
before?
24 plus 5.
It's so
29.
veiny. It's so
So
veiny.
29.
29. Okay, so yeah, you step back just in time. You take half damage. So that was, I think you did 20.
25.
Oh
20
no!
that's 12
really?
points of damage.
Oh no!
As your feet basically just like get covered by these rocks and your shins get all scraped up, but you manage to step back and avoid the brunt of it. But the creature has been crushed to death underneath the weight of this relief.
All right.
Very nice.
Bros,
Oh,
man.
man. Hey, man.
What was that thing, man?
They
Are
dug
we,
too deep.
are we out of rounds?
Yeah, we're out of rounds.
Yeah, we'll come out of rounds now. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
They dug too deep.
Smiles, Smiles, you can come out of
just-
hiding,
I just
man.
peek my head out. I'm like, hey guys, you doing a great job there. You still need my help? Are we good?
Ow! Oh, Smiles, that healing was good, but oh man, I am bloodied right now. Oh boy.
Wow. Did I do that? Was that me?
No, that was my hubris. And
wow.
a really mean
That's a
monster.
Big word for a big bugbear.
I am very smart, bud.
Yeah. You betcha.
Oh boy. Can I like?
To Lucius's question, what was this thing? You've studied magic, and this is telepathically because I'm still a bear.
Still bear. Yep.
But you have telepathically you hear Malfoy's.
Yeah. So,
what-
point of order, when you're using your telepathic power, you can only talk to one creature at a time. Is that right?
Yeah, I'm talking to well, yeah, but I can quickly switch between the
Sure.
two.
Yeah. But I mean, as you're talking to Roar inside of his mind, the rest of you are just like,
Yeah, so maybe I say this to Roar.
Okay.
Roar, what is this? This is some magical creature. This is an undead monstrosity.
Yeah.
Is this
yeah,
created
let
by
me-
a wizard?
Let me look through some books here for a second. Can I think through here?
yeah. Go ahead and make an Arcana check for me.
Is it long enough where I still have emboldening bond?
Well, how long does it last?
So
Check, right? Do a check.
Holding bond is
10 minutes.
10 minutes. Yes.
Oh,
10
I mean,
minutes,
it's,
yeah.
it's
it's
well
to a
within 10
check
minutes.
as well.
Yes. It is for ability checks, attack rolls, and saving throws.
I mean,
Nice.
definitely use your bardic inspiration as well.
Mine as well. All right.
I mean, you
That
can
is a
choose to add it
14,
on later if you need
15,
it.
22 plus. How does the 29 sound?
Sounds reasonable.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
So, this is certainly a beholder. You know that beholders are aberrations, creatures that have kind of come into this world through the far realm, a distant place of where they're basically kind of representing the void between the stars and the madness therein. Beholders tend to be very territorial, very provincial, fancy themselves as like lords of those that they meet, highly intelligent and powerfully magical creatures. This one, unfortunately, had met some sort of demise and was clearly had been brought back to life in somehow in some way, but you're not quite sure how that might have transpired.
Would I know how dangerous this thing could have been if it had hit with us?
Yeah, I mean, so in Undeath, this beholder was just a shadow of its like strength in life, so not terribly dangerous in the as compared to like a one that would have been alive.
Sure.
Did you roll undead fortitude?
Yes, I did. And it I mean, you just did too much damage, so I couldn't.
Oh yeah, that was you couldn't beat
nice.
it.
Yeah, fair. Can I slice off one of its eye stalks and put it in in my bag?
Sure.
Cool.
Actually,
Adding
make
that
a
to the inventory.
survival check for me.
You're
Let's see if any of
covered.
us
You're
survived.
covered with it.
Yeah.
Covered. Yeah, I
Does
know,
he
right?
does he need to make a constitution saving throw for like tetanus or like the plague?
I'm a bugbear. I was born
Disgusting.
survival. You said?
Yeah.
6.
6. Unfortunately, you're not able to catch one of these eye stalks. They were crushed pretty severely by the rubble.
Man,
And yeah.
I wanted to just hang one off my belt.
Bro, man,
So
that's
I'm
like super weird.
Yeah, but like no one will mess with me if I have a beholder stalk. You know?
Can I look around the walls of this
Pretty
room? Is
metal.
there anything else interesting? Anything else stand out?
Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Perception.
Paul's thinking, hopefully, I didn't ruin anything that we could have found on a
plus-
statue.
Plus 2d4? Plus d4. Yes?
D4.
Plus d4.
The key to this room is in the statue's face.
That's a 10. That's a 10.
10. Nothing sticks out of note to you in this room, other than the fact that this looks like it was some sort of like a burial chamber for ancient dwarves of some kind. Perhaps like part of some necropolis. You do see like a lot of these sarcophagi kind of lining the walls in various forms of repose, signifying the dwarves that maybe lie within.
Great. Okay, guys, nothing to see here. Let's go.
I mean, I guess we did the job, huh? I guess Helter Skelter Mine back open for business, or do you guys want to like? Raj,
I
help me
think we
out.
should take the silver with us. I think we should those bags of silver. Let's go take them with us back.
For sure, we'll grab some bags of silver. But also, were there other paths that we? Because like, where did this thing come from? Right? Like,
I think it
didn't
came
just,
from
like-
where the star spawn came from, right?
No, but like, but somebody brought it back to life. Okay, and yeah, brought it over from something. That's fine. But like, where? Because is there a hole in the ground here? Like, you know, we should probably look around and see if there's anything.
You're right, Horror. You are smart.
Oh, thanks, bud.
Oh,
Yes,
only-
I agree. I agree with the bugbear. We can't say all clear if we have not actually cleared the area, because we send people down here and it's something else is discovered and we just look like smiles, you know.
Yeah,
What does
we
that
could do that, and then I shape change into each one of us over and over again.
Raj, can we backtrack a little bit and see if there were paths that hadn't been we haven't explored?
Look
Yeah,
at the
so-
death. The death is all around us. We can't do that.
Yeah, there's a lot of
So-
dead people.
Yeah, in the interest of time, as you were kind of coming down this tunnel, you went down every little offshoot
Oh, we did,
branch
okay,
that
cool.
you
Oh, okay.
saw, and there was no like they all just kind of ended very quickly in short little turns.
Cool.
So, yeah.
Raj,
Well, maybe we can go
not
back
in the
out to-
interest of time, I would like you to have detailed descriptions of every single hallway, what kind of moss we're looking at, pebbles.
Don't
you know.
get him
I do
started.
actually wanna
Please
know
do
about
not
the
get
genus
him
of
started.
moss, actually.
He
We
will.
do it.
With the
He will
genus.
do
We'll
it.
Hey, guys, maybe we can go to those buildings out in front of the mine that were also abandoned. Maybe we should check those. We could clear those too.
The iridescent glow
Oh boy.
So
of the
good.
pink lichen.
So it's a bioluminescence.
Raj,
Cast
how many
shadows
things
against the
of
cavern
silver
wall
silver ore can
As
we
you
take
walk
with us?
in, and what's that?
How many things of silver ore can we take with us?
Yeah, so you find 5 bags essentially of this silver ore, each one weighing probably about 75 pounds, between 50 and 75 pounds.
Are we
So
gonna
Roar
steal
can take
these?
all
Are we
of-
gonna
Roar can
steal
take all
this ore?
those.
We're gonna steal this ore?
Steal? No, we're.
It's not our
delivering it.
mine. It's the sisters' mines, isn't it?
Oh, could certainly transport for them.
You do know that the mines do belong to Jinnah and Ajanti Helter, the Helter sisters, who the operators of the mine, essentially.
And this is their
Maybe-
schmelter?
It is.
This is the
Maybe we
Helter
take
smelter
a
mine.
bag with us to Hobart.
Yeah, I thought there was one piece of silver that was refined or not in ore form that we came across as well. Is that true?
I don't think so. I think it
With
was
the pile
all
of
silver.
bones, like one of the bags, it was like there was a particular, maybe not. Okay.
Oh, sorry. Yes. You've one of the dead figures that you stumbled upon as you were
Yes.
entering this place did have a hidden pouch of silver, I believe.
Which I believe you already took, right?
Yeah, I think you should have already taken that. Yeah, I believe.
Sweet.
I'll sling the 75-pound bag over my back, and I'm a big boy. I'm a bugbear. I can carry.
I think one is probably fair
Yeah.
for handling this creature, but
Yeah,
let's
that's
leave
our
the
fee.
rest.
That's our fee. Okay. This is why I didn't have Owl, by the way, is because we sent Owl to Sidonius with the message. So I'm waiting for him to either show up or I'll recall him sometime. But I think job well done here, boys.
Yeah, maybe we should check those buildings on our way out, though.
Sure, let's do it.
Sure.
We go that
Okay.
way.
And you mean the buildings on the outside of the mine?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So as you start to exit, you make your way out of the mines, past all the dead bodies with the various holes in them, these perfectly cauterized holes, and you find yourselves outside once more. This time, approaching, you can kind of hear or you can kind of see the light of day just creeping over the horizon, and it looks like it's very, very early morning at this point. You make your way over to the buildings. You see one sort of two smaller sheds, essentially, and as you look inside, you see there's mining equipment in there, ropes, bullseye lanterns, helmets with sort of oil wick lanterns atop them, casting or with little directional lights on top of them, sacks, picks, hammers, that sort of thing. And then in another building, which is sort of a longer building, you see what looks to be a kind of mess hall of sorts. There's a kitchen at one end. Everything's sort of abandoned here, right? And with long tables, several chairs, all kind of scattered about. Some of them knocked over, and clearly hasn't been used in quite some time.
I'm gonna grab some rope, but other than that, you guys good to go? I think we're good.
Yeah, I got a date.
Okay.
Bruce, man, let's go.
Let's go to Hobart, and then I want to see Sidonius, and then we gotta rest up and go.
Okay.
Valfire will turn back into his halfling form and grab one of the lantern hats and put it on.
Nice.
Sounds good. All right. So you got your little miner hat on.
This thing is cool. This thing is so cool.
Lucius walks
Lucius,
up, takes a rock,
you see this?
takes
You
a
see this
rock.
hat? You see this
Take-
light hat?
Yeah, man, totally. And watch what I'm gonna do. And he takes a rock and turns the light on and opens up the lantern and puts in the rock. And he goes, "There you go, man."
Wow, that's pretty cool, dude.
Awesome. It is projecting quite a bright light as it's focused through the
nice.
little aperture.
And I take
That's
out
actually
his
great,
light and I take out his light and I throw it and I produce flame and put my own flame inside of it.
Oh,
Hey,
cool.
All right.
I don't need your stupid rock. Thanks though.
Your undead rock.
Man, this
Yeah.
is like my rock.
This is a zombie
like,
rock. This is a zombie rock.
It's radiant light, man. It's from the
Yeah.
gods.
Pure.
I hear what you're saying.
5600 Kelvin. Pure.
It's like pure, man. It's righteous. That is righteous light, man.
Okay, zombie bird. Let's go. Let's go meet this Sorele, Therese, whatever her name is. The
What?
tall one that wants me to bed her with my ladder. Let's go. Quickly.
All right. So as you start to make your way back towards Underwoods, you see that the town is just starting to stir, and there is some foot traffic starting to make its way apparent, make itself apparent as you head back towards the lift and clank, 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 cranking your way back up to the third level from the bottom. And eventually you find yourselves at Underwood's. The store is just sort of getting started. It's not officially open yet, but the door is kind of propped open, and you can see Cerise inside, kind of sweeping away, setting the shelves, and just sort of like getting things in order for the day's business.
I go over to Cerise and I say, "Hey, how about breakfast?"
She turns around kind of with a start as she was clearly absorbed in what she was doing, and as you walk up to her, you kind of hear she's like muttering
Whack!
to herself, and like kind of turns around with the broom, like about to strike you. But she like has a look on her face, like, "You again," and it says, "And where, might I ask, were you? Did you go to the mines? What happened? I took off after that Declan figure, that Lyceum agent came by. What happened to you?"
Yeah, we went to the mines. I missed you there. It'd been great to have you with us, but
I'm gonna
we went
step
to the
up and
mines.
go.
And
We got in trouble.
Yeah.
We got off with a warning. They
It wasn't-
definitely killed the guy who was still alive. The wizard. It's great. It's bad.
Oh, didn't you guys cast spells after dark? Is this gonna be a problem?
No. We didn't try to.
Man, it's like mine's not like a spell. I mean, like it's kind of a spell, man, but it's like from a god. Like I didn't learn it in a book, man.
Yeah, I think we're fine. Our spells. It's our two compatriots.
Yeah,
Yeah,
mine's
rules are dumb.
more a nature of that's my fey nature, but they didn't agree with that.
Mm.
So,
Mine's definitely legal.
But
I
Cerise,
don't
you
care.
said we'd have breakfast today, so here I am for our breakfast date.
She kind of looks at you and she wipes a finger along your face, and you can see like a black smudge mark appears on her fingertip. Why don't you go get cleaned up, and yeah, we can have breakfast.
Yeah, okay. I'll see you in a bit.
Nice.
You know where to find me. Yeah, and so she's like, well, now that you're here, what can I do for you?
We got to go talk to Hobart. We had a deal.
Hobart doesn't come in until noon. The delicate genius needs to
Son
get his rest.
of a biscuit. Could I stash this heavy bag back behind the just somewhere safe here for him?
Oh, so I'm your storage person now? Just leave it
Listen.
behind the counter.
Okay, great. Then I'll do that.
Cerise, you are the kindest, most special woman I've ever met.
Oh my God.
He goes
so
back to sleeping.
so
I
wonderful
know.
of
I know.
We are so lucky.
I know.
Thank
All right. If he's not coming until noon, look at these guys and go, okay, listen, my bird is not back yet. We sent him to see Sidonius to drop off a note. You know what? And snap
Is it-
Owl back to me.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're in Underwoods at the moment. Okay.
Yes.
So as you snap Owl back, you can see poof the flash of arcane sparks and feathers. Oh, Roar! Oh, I was wondering when you would resummon me. I was busy chatting with Sidonius, quite the intellectual. I must say he was very interested in my latest theories on runic
Oh.
symbology, and we had so much to discuss.
Two
Such a
peas in a pod, huh?
Oh, we certainly were. Although, I will, upon reflection, I can say that he didn't actually say very much, and I can't actually communicate with him, so he seemed to be nodding as I was just sort of, oh, perhaps he was just listening to me who the whole time.
Oh boy. Oh, Owl. We got to work on your manners.
That
bud.
lasted for several hours. Very
Oh, this
unfortunate.
poor guy.
Very unfortunate.
pretty
It's
good.
probably like an old person with the pigeon, right? It's just like tossing out the breadcrumbs for hours, and
Mhm.
it was-
Mhm.
yeah, that's probably the
Did you-
exchange that was going on.
Did you give him the note on your leg?
Oh yes, I did. He did take the note. He did read it, and he sort of like shook his head in somewhat of a disdainful sort of gesture and muttered something about fool adventurers and lack of responsibility and so on and so forth. I quite honestly, I didn't pay much
What?
attention. I was very
We
excited to
found
speak with him.
Larthakia. It was amazing.
Yes, I believe his intent was to have you come and report your findings directly to him so that he may better engage with you and inquire about the nature of certain questions
Yeah.
that he had.
Okay, great. You know what? Zip. Really appreciate it. You did a great job. Thanks for talking at Sidonius. Honestly, that's pretty funny. That was really worth it. I'm gonna do this again in the future.
Oh, very wonderful.
I'll let go because I feel bad about that.
Ah, yes, of course. And now, I would like to recite
Oh,
for you
here's the thing. We're so
Chapter-
tired. We gotta go to Sidonius now.
Chapter 2 of Runic Symbology,
We do have a couple day travel coming up, so maybe
in
we can
which
do it then.
I dissect the brush strokes.
Okay, well
I
that's
mean,
great.
I-
Why is your bird hooting so much right now? Roar.
Oh, I got a story for you guys. Okay, listen. If we have like
Does your
5
bird have
hours,
epilepsy? Is that what it is? Because it seems like epilepsy.
yeah. If we have 5 hours, you guys want to go see Sidonius and let him know we know what's going on with the chronomatic?
Yeah, no, Cerise told me to get cleaned up and take a little rest, so that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go see Sidonius. Lucius, Falfire.
man.
Bro, man, like Starclux? We all picking things we're gonna do by ourselves?
No, you can come with.
Oh, bro, yeah, I'll come with you, but let's stop at Starclux.
Okay, can do.
All right. So two of you are going to Starclux and then to Sidonius. Velfire, what are you doing?
I'll just follow along. I'm just like,
Yeah, come with.
Okay. And Smiles, you're going to have clean up and have breakfast with Cerise. Is that it?
That's right. I'm hoping
Okay.
to rest before breakfast.
It's
uh,
gonna be a date episode. Ooh, 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 ooh.
Or maybe
right,
I can rest after breakfast.
ho ho. All right. So, so are your intent is to try to take a short rest? Is that it? Or
I suppose not. I suppose what I'm really after is a long rest, but that seems like I'm not going to be able to make the date. So perhaps I'll go with these guys I'd like to get cleaned up at the very least.
okay. So if these guys are going straight over to Starclux, then you would be veering off to go get cleaned up.
Yeah.
Separate. Okay.
Bro, man, Starclux has like a bathroom you can use, man.
Actually, you know what? Prestidigitation, I clean myself magically.
Okay.
I'm clean.
Okay. Yeah.
I was also gonna say there's like a fountain I sometimes frequent in the middle of town. Just like go in there, man.
Yeah, you know what? And somehow it's fantastic because you come out clean and that fountain's so dirty. It doesn't make any sense.
It's just like it's really just like a regular sized bird bath. And like this, he just crawls into it. Excuse me, bros. And like all the birds go scattering.
Just like naked,
just
getting in there in the middle of
small
town.
small little like hand strokes of water
Yeah,
over his
exactly.
bed.
Surfs up, bros. All right. So yeah. Okay. So prestidigitation, you're clean. What are you gonna do now? You're gonna meet up with Cerise.
I'm gonna go tell Cerise that we've got to go check in with. She doesn't know Sidonius. So I'm gonna go tell her we're gonna check in with Sidonius, and then when we're back, we'll have breakfast.
Okay. She's kind of like sweeping the floor. She's like, Sidonius, why are you gonna check in with that old coot?
Yeah, it's the friends. They're smart.
Friends with Sidonius doesn't have any friends. How are
No,
you
no, no.
friends with
My friends want to go do it.
They're
They're smart.
How is anyone a friend of Sidonius? He barely makes an appearance here in the city.
That's a great point. You're so smart, and I'm gonna ask my friends why they would be friends.
You're so condescending to her.
I'm not.
All right. If you don't want to have breakfast,
I
just
do.
say so, Smiles.
I would like nothing more. Do you want me to stay here? I can stay with you and watch you sweep.
Oh, this is the wrong question to ask, girl.
What do you want to do, Smiles?
I want
would
you
just
to
love to
want
s-
to have breakfast with me.
I
This is like, I can't
want to
believe
stare
it's
into your eyes and eat breakfast with you.
He puts down the broom. Then let's go have breakfast.
Fantastic. I would want nothing more. Let me treat you.
Yeah, you will treat me.
I would. I'd love it.
And she lifts up your arm and puts her arm inside yours, and but then leads the way out of the door, kind of dragging you along.
What do
Is
you
she
want me
taller?
to
Is
do?
she taller than Smiles or what?
How tall are you, Smiles?
Medium size. I don't know my exact. I mean, human height. I'm like 5'10".
Okay, yeah, she's like 5'6", so normalish size, human woman. Yeah, so she'll lead you off to breakfast, and we'll come back to that in a second. The rest of you head over to Sidonius's on the 4th tier, all the way at the southern end of Deep Crack, and you take the lift down there, walk all the way, and you find yourselves standing at his door.
I pop it all out, just so he's there. I'll just hang out on the thing, and you can listen, okay?
Listen, yes, much to listen to. I shall be keenly aware of the speech and the sound patterns that that you will emanate.
I will
in
look at him,
exchange
not say
for
anything.
Sidonius. What's that?
I'm just looking at it, but not saying anything.
Okay, yeah. And I shall pay attention, absorbing every word. Waiting for my chance to perhaps interject about runic symbology, yes?
All right, and
knock
so
on the door.
Okay.
well, before that, for the first time ever, I'm like, this poor bird, and so I'll use the feat called Wild Companion. So as an action, I can expend a use of my Wild Shape feature to cast Find Familiar without a material component.
Okay.
And
Okay.
when I cast this spell this way, the familiar is a fey instead of a beast. And the familiar disappears after 2 hours.
Okay. Is the casting time still like a 10-minute ritual kind of thing, or?
Maybe. Maybe I'm doing
You
it as
got
I'm
time
walking.
on the way over. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, I don't know if you can do it while you're walking, but
Everyone,
I'll
give me
say
10 minutes. Give me
you
10
guys
minutes.
you guys are at Starclux. You're getting your orders. There's a
Yeah.
long line, so you have plenty of time to like cast a ritual.
I imagine there's
Valfire's
a
going to the
ritual
outhouse.
cap-
I need 10 minutes.
It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be ritualistic. If I just don't know how long it takes to cast
That's
it.
true. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was imagining that there's a section like a smoking section in Starclux, a ritual casting section in Starclux. Like,
right.
Anyways, and so the whole point is just to cast a female version of owl, but it's fey, so maybe it has like it's more like strange looking from an
Yeah.
owl perspective. It doesn't look exactly like natural because it's like I don't know, has the fey magic to it. Anyways,
Yeah.
Okay.
and I
Right.
say, here's a creature that can keep owl, and then these two will chat.
Okay. So, by the way, point of order, it is a 1 hour casting time, but I'll say
Oh, screw it then. Then we'll save it for later. We'll save
you
it
could
for
have done
later.
it. It's fine. I don't care. It's
How
fine.
long was the Starclux line?
I mean, I don't think it would have been there for an hour, but it's fine. It's not. A
it
big deal.
was breakfast time, and so you know those lines be long.
Mhm.
True.
Sir,
It's up to
it'll be
you.
around for 5 hours.
If you want to have casted it, it's totally fine.
All right, we'll
Because
cast
it
it as a friend for
Okay.
owl.
So as you finish the ritual, just getting your order at the end of it, you kind of coming into being, a mist starts to swirl around at your feet and starts to coalesce into the form of a small owl, roughly the size of owl, capital O, but with fey-like features, making its eyes seem a little bit bigger. Its feathers are actually a deep burnished kind of green, fading to like a coppery kind of color, as if it were like, wrought from the woods or the spirit of the forest itself. And its legs, normally it's sort of like an orangish kind of, a pebbly kind of texture, are deep sort of tree trunk brown in nature. So,
Cool.
and as it comes into being, it kind of blinks widely and looks at you, and you hear in your mind, "Oh, hello. How may I be of service?
Oh, hello.
You're a lively one."
That's what they say. My friend here has a familiar. I just brought you here as a test. We'll see how long this lasts. Either way, I hear this owl has a lot to say. You may,
Oh.
if you need to return at any point because you're so bored, please let me know and I'll send you away.
"Oh, that won't be necessary. I'm quite an agreeable sort. I would love to help you and perhaps help learn what's going on in this other creature's mind."
All right, go for it. But don't bother me. Thanks. Bye.
Very well.
It
By
sits
the
on
way-
my shoulder while other owls there too.
Yeah.
And chats.
Before
I'm like,
I embark on this quest, what is my name?
Owl.
Owl-et.
Yes, I was trying to think of a female.
Owlina?
I don't believe in it. Owlette.
Oh, well, my wings are rather wet, covered in dew, so perhaps you could call me Moist Owlette.
wow.
I will not do that.
That
That
face,
just-
Raj. That
Mm.
face.
I'm so proud.
Sir,
So proud.
sir, you should be ashamed of yourself.
Oh, I
Well
am,
done.
and I'm not
Well
at the same
done.
time. Oh boy. Okay.
All right, that's
Owl-
it. Owlette.
Okay. Owlette does shake the dew from her wings and flutters over to sit on Horror's other shoulder. And Horror, all of a sudden you have this this strange looking owl on your shoulder. Kind of cocks its head at you. Just, hoo, hoo.
And I guess that's probably when I'll pop out Owl on the other shoulder and just be like, yeah, have fun.
Yeah. Owl pops up. Oh, Horror! I must say, oh, hello. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Owl. I'm quite the scholar. Perhaps you've heard of runic symbology?
Can they actually talk to each other?
It sounds like it. You hear everything that he's saying,
Right.
but you don't understand the conversation that's coming back at you.
It's just
They're
one
just
side of the phone
They're just hooting
conversation.
back and forth.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's saying at all. He's just hooting.
Yeah.
He's just a bunch of
Whereas
hoots.
Valfire, you can hear Owlette speaking to Owl, but you can't understand anything that Owl is saying.
Oh, it's so good.
So between the two of you, eventually, maybe at some distant point, you might piece together this conversation.
Lucius, I'm
essentially-
like, I've made a mistake. I've made a mistake.
No,
No, Lucius is like this.
It's only a 2-hour mistake, so.
Yeah.
It's like watching
It's
some
5
very
hour
dark
mistake.
corner of the internet. He's like, what's gonna happen?
Yeah.
No,
So,
because
Point of order, Paul. Point of order. It's equal to your level, which is 5. Yes.
no, it says 2 hours.
A level
That's
of the. No, I think it's to your level.
It says after 2 hours.
It might be.
No.
because
Read in
because
detail.
of his
Read in
druid
detail, my
thing.
friend.
Okay. So it doesn't really matter that much because after about 5 or 6 minutes of the constant back and forth, which is mostly just Owl speaking at length, and the rest of you just hear like hoo 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 hoo. You see the Owlette just sort of like flap her wings and fly away directly in a beeline towards Valfire. And as she approaches, she lands on your shoulder and says, I can't take it anymore! And then she just disappears. Leaving poor Owl bereft of a companion as he just says, oh.
Not again.
I rolled a 2 on my, I don't know, intelligence, wisdom, charisma check to see how that went. And I'm like, good job, bro. Okay.
Will we, Fro, do you think perhaps we might see Owlette again?
Oh, for sure, bud. You guys totally hit it off. She won't stay away.
Oh, do you think so? You really think so? That she was quite the attractive creature. I must say, I was quite enamored. I confess, it's been, I don't know how many centuries since I felt something like this before.
Oh, it's a lot of information. Keep it inside, bud. We like to keep our emotions here, really tight, down tight.
Do we? I would like to keep my emotions here also. When he puts a claw like on your chest,
It's
like inside
so-
your heart.
It's so horror. It's so horror. It's so in
Oh.
character.
I don't know. This is not. You know what? I got some work to do with you, but all right, let's go to Sidonius.
Sidonius it is, yes. Onward and upward. All
By the
right,
way,
so
I
you-
imagine all this happening outside of Sidonius' door right before he knocked, and he's like looking out the window. He's like, what are they doing out there?
all this would have happened at Starklex, and then you guys made your way over there after getting your breakfast. Yeah, you find yourself in front of Sidonius' door, where you knock on the door, and all of you hear the sound of yipping and barking coming from behind the door, and the sound of little feet kind of skittering against the wooden floor inside, and kind of like you hear like this long skid and this thump against the door, and you're like, and it sounds like there are dozens of animals perhaps behind the door, and you hear like the unbolting of a half dozen locks, and the door opens, and you hear the voice of Sidonius, back, all of you, please. Now then, we mustn't leave the house. And as you
Lucius like has his quarterstaff out, getting ready to attack. He's like, Sidonius, man, you're being attacked by these creatures. We're here to help. And he like starts to move towards the whatever there. I assume puppies.
My
yeah,
long arm will push him back.
Yeah, so as Horus kind of like pushing you back, the door does open to find a half dozen puppies at Sidonius's feet, all kind of yipping and barking, and you can see he's got a couple of bowls of food, what look to be sort of like dog or remnants of kitchen scraps that he's kind of put to potentially feed these dogs in his hands as he's kind of opening the door with one hand, holding these bowls with another hand, and as these dogs are kind of like yipping and standing up on hind legs against him, they are clearly clamoring for their breakfast. And as Sidonius answers the door, he says,
"Well, it took you long enough to find your way here. Suppose you spent less time trying to find Deep-Born Cleft."
and he like shoves the door open and kind of nods his head, "Come on in then," and
Yeah,
starts walking his way, shuffling down the hallway.
You know how it's like kind of a faux pas to show up late somewhere, but holding like a Starbucks cup.
I mean,
He's just like Lucius, just like
yeah. It was a very like he was pointedly looking at the cups in your hands, like as he was admonishing you, and he starts shuffling down the hall with this trail of puppies in tow.
This is crazy with the wood shortage, by the way, and this whole area that Starclux is able to source paper goods for these disposable cups.
No, they're styrofoam. They're styrofoam.
No.
They're
These are-
styrofoam.
Yeah, no, these are all like pewter cups that they expect to be returned. At some
These are
point.
recycled. This is a deposit.
They're embossed.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
There's like
It's
probably
actually-
there's probably baskets all through the city that you just drop it in and they come and pick it back up later.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it's a collection.
Well, here's a question for you, Raj. I don't think he's seen Lucius since Lucius has been his Phoenix form.
Oh,
Does he have any reaction to the Phoenix?
That's a good point, but he does not seem to be particularly
Shocked by it.
Shocked by it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, go ahead and make an insight check for me.
All of us are just.
I
Valfire.
mean, I say
I guess-
Valfire because he noticed. Yeah.
I'm interested in it.
Yeah.
I have a passive instead of 8. I wouldn't have thought about it.
Sure.
He's just
Great
a
call
crotchety.
out.
I rolled a 2 for a 7, but I was like,
Okay.
just a crotchety old man.
Yeah, I mean, he seems not to be paying much attention. Doesn't seem to have given him an extra glance. But as you follow him inside and shut the door behind you, he leads you down the hall. Normally, you kind of go to the right to like a parlor. He leads you down another hall to the left, and ends up in a kitchen area. And he places the bowls of food on the ground, and the puppies instantly like mob the bowls on the ground and start just chomping away. They're like,
There, all right. There's plenty for everyone. No need to fight. Intolerable creatures sometimes. All right, come. Let's speak.
and he leads
Yeah.
you over. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, so you got my message from the bird. Fel Arthakia. Chronomaticum is scattered. I owe you probably an apology, and you're kind, because you did stop a dark god from showing up. Your dragonborn people.
And
But,
Hastor's it,
we think we
and
know where
pending
stuff is.
judgment. Did we tell him about pending judgment?
We did,
Having
yeah,
the
pending
god
judgment.
Hastur.
Hastor's in it. Yeah, I think he
Yeah.
probably knew that or something.
Yeah. So as he leads you to you're kind of talking as he leads you to the parlor. He sits down in his overstuffed armchair, leaning his walking stick along the side. And actually, Lucius, make a perception check for me.
Seven.
7. Okay, yeah. No, you don't notice anything. All right. So as he sits down and urges you all to sit, he looks you all gravely and with a grave expression on his face and says,
I read your note. Tell me everything. Leave no detail out.
Ooh, Raj, I will look at him and using encode thoughts, think about what we've done and pull it out in a string of silver and give it to him. Does he have detect thoughts? Does he have encode? Does he have a way to read?
Familiarize me with the effect here. What happens?
Encode thoughts. Putting a finger to your head, you pull a memory, an idea, a message from your mind, transform it into a string of glowing energy of thought. I basically, it's kind of like the pensieve in Harry Potter. So I really like this. This is pretty neat. And pull it and like kind of swirl around in front of him and say, "Here's what I can remember."
Okay. And then what does he? So he looks at the thread that you've pulled out, and he kind of, his eyes kind of narrow. He fishes out a set of like small gold rimmed spectacles that he puts at the edge of his nose and kind of looks at it and kind of pulls the glasses off and says,
I would be careful demonstrating such power as this in broad daylight if I were you.
Well, we're inside your place, and we trust you. Listen, if you can't read this, please give it to the Argent, and then she can know what we've done.
He kind of huffs and snatches it out of your hand, and you can see that it slowly starts to dissolve, and small vapors of silver start to curl around his hand, up his arm, and like he kind of breathes the vapors in as they crawl over his body. And you can see his eyes kind of roll back into his head. And as he breathes out the vapors, they crawl back up his arm and like reform the thread. And he hands it back to you.
Ooh.
I understand everything. We are in grave danger.
Yeah.
Hastur, one of the prime evils, rests inside pending judgment, and it is the purpose of Inevitable Night to awaken that god figure and bring him forth into the world of Anarum. This cannot be. They seek the Chronomaticum to undo the magic that Lotharkia so desperately wrought in order to save us all from certain destruction. A fate or an outcome that I had not known. I don't think anyone alive had known this. There is much to weigh and much to discuss. I understand. You think there's a possible lead on one of these fragments. Tell me more of this.
We bumped into a caravan that came from Renamall who complained about dealing with someone who was always kind of like a step ahead of them, like they could see into the future. And it feels like there's pieces of these things can mess with time. So we thought we'd maybe look there.
Do you know or heard of anything? Other pieces?
Yeah, Telworth. We heard it's really bad there too.
Yeah. There's WW's there. I won't say it.
He kind of looks quizzically at you for a moment, and then you can see his eyes kind of scanning in the back of his head.
Ah, yes. I know the creature of which you speak. It is embedded in the physical memory that your companion has created. But I would consider them the least of our concerns at the moment. You must go and seek out the veracity of this rumor. If this is in fact a fragment of the Chronomaticum, you must bring it here. And keep your eyes and ears about you as you venture through the broken waste. Pay attention to other clues that may reveal themselves about other fragments. We must retrieve them before Inevitable Night does, or the world is lost. In the meantime, the Ardent Society will set its network of spies and informants at work to see if we can discover our own clues. I will be in touch with you and inform you if we do. In the meantime, you have done well to bring this information, albeit somewhat delayed. Know that our mistress, the Argent, is pleased with your work.
He stands up with a groan, grabbing his walking stick, and moves to the desk behind a great window, kind of overlooking Deep Crack. And he opens a drawer and pulls out a sack that chinks with the satisfying sound of coin and places it on the desk.
For your troubles, and perhaps for supplies you might need for the journey ahead. Do take care. I fear the road is dangerous.
Oh, yes, it's very dangerous. Our friend here, Lucius, I call him Zombie Bird now. He no longer has the mark of the Argent. Instead of gold, can you restore what was lost? Perhaps, I know he likes his new red feathers, but is there anything you could do for him?
Ah, yes, I see. It no longer glows with her power. This is a one-time boon, granted to all of you, to all members of the Argent Society. Should you perish in battle, or should you fall, her grace shall descend upon you, and allow you life once more. But once that happens, the power is expended, and can be used no more.
So, man, like, hold up. Are you saying that's why I'm alive right now, man?
Was that
That is correct.
was that not obvious, bud?
Well, I mean, like, I didn't know it was the Argent, man. I thought it was like, some god. Wait,
What?
is that a god? The Argent? Wait, no. That was a person, right? What are we talking about?
She would not ever categorize herself as a divine being, but she is of the utmost power if she is mortal, and has demonstrated character and a sense of honesty and truth and goodness beyond that which I have experienced in the mortal world. What is the line between such a powerful being and a deity? I am no religious scholar, so I cannot say, but while we do not worship her, we do give her our obeisance, and she has earned our respect.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah.
Why do you have all these puppies?
Oh, the puppies. Yes. I often care for wayward animals, and one that had been brought under my care recently gave birth, and so now I am inundated with creatures that I must now care for.
Oh, they're really cute. They're really cute.
They certainly serve their purpose.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
Bro,
Okay.
man, like, what's their purpose, man? That sounded kind of ominous.
He's
Never you mind the dogs. Let us say that the fate of the world does perhaps rest on your shoulders, as terrifying a prospect as that may seem.
I'm gonna puff up a little bit.
But you have proven yourselves quite capable, and perhaps you are not the heroes that we need, but the heroes that we have at the moment. You have earned
take
my
that.
trust.
I'll take that compliment. Well, thanks, bud. Can I reach out my hand, shake his
Our
hand?
new name is the Quarry Boys. What do you think? Should we workshop it, or is it?
I have no interest in what you might call yourselves. Feel free to use such a name as if you wish.
Okay.
Lucius, like, opens up a wing, and then he's like, man, I've been working on some logos ideas. Which one do you think is your favorite for the Quarry
And
Boys,
we're kicked
man?
out.
Is there other assistance that you require?
I just wanted to drop a line for your network. Cerise Underwood at Underwoods.
Yes,
Fights
I
against-
know of Cerise. She is quite the notable figure here in Cordis.
She also fights against injustice, so give her a look.
If you are referring to the fact that she is an agent of the Resistance and a member of the Shadowlancers, this is something that is known to the Argent Society.
Okay. All right. Well, you know.
What are those? What are those things? I'm not familiar.
They're the good guys. We're the good guys. You know, fighting
I
against
find in
evil
this world
heroes.
there's no good. There's just gray, somewhere in between.
You speak wisely, Halfling. The line between mortal and divinity is very thin at certain levels of power and ability, and those who adopt extremes of goodness and evil, there is also a thin line between them.
Hmm.
Man,
Seen
what
it.
you say, man, doesn't make sense to me, man. Just like good people, they're good, man. Like really good people, super good.
Yeah.
Bad,
It-
bad, really bad, the worst.
It is possible to be a fanatic of good or evil and bring yourself unconsciously, unwittingly to the other side
Mm-hmm.
in the name of what you thought was right.
Gallifreyan told me that. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, one other thing we must tell you is that we were attacked in Deep Cliff by a group
Obsidian
and
ring.
Obsidian Ring. So I would say be cautious. I'm sure you can handle yourself, but
We
they
sorta got
attacked
in
us in the
trouble with-
city.
Yeah, we got in trouble with Declan Cara Dune because it was at night. We used some magic.
Yes. I would be wary of Declan Caradun. He represents a force that no longer is under the auspice of the Dracarys Imperium or any political body for that matter, and perhaps their influence stretches a bit farther than would be accepted by most of the population.
Yeah.
Be wary of him.
Okay. Okay, well, we are going to go back, pick up a Cloud Runner.
Ah, you seek the implements of Hobart thither yonder. Well, I wish you luck in that endeavor. I hope you do not end up a casualty of one of his experiments. And he
And
sort
how
of,
much
like,
gold?
taps
How
his
much
way
gold? How much
back
gold
to
did he
the,
leave?
to the chair.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you pick up the sack of gold. You open it up. It looks like it's about 2,000 gold pieces inside the sack.
Oh man.
Sweet. Okay. I'll stick out my hand to thank him.
Okay.
Which for me, I'm like, this is the Dragonborn. I don't know that I've touched one.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He gathers from your previous, sentiment about Dragonborn, which you've kind of spoken many times in his presence. That this is sort of a meaningful gesture, and he looks down at your hand, looks back up at you, and slowly extends his hand and grabs it at the wrist tightly.
Is
it
he
says,
strong as hell?
There is a very firm grip, and,
Cool.
and you
Cool.
actually see a little bit of the sleeve pull back on the forearm, and you see like this Popeye-like forearm kind of sticking out from underneath, and underneath a silvery sort of tattoo kind of crawling its way up his forearm, the symbol of Bahamut, the platinum
Yeah.
dragon.
Yeah, this dude. All right. We'll
He
make our
grasps
way.
your wrist and says,
We don't have to like each other, but we are bonded in the same cause of wanting to preserve the world as it is so we may continue our disagreements.
So, like, what do you not like about us, man? Like, specifically, like,
I'll
some real
usher-
feedback.
start-
Is it
start
is
to
it the
usher
way,
him
how
up.
many times he says "man" every 2 seconds? Is
Well,
that?
that is certainly part of it, but it was mostly the lack of respect and due consideration for the Argent, knowing that I would bring you before her in your rather flippant ways. That irks me. To be honest, it speaks of frivolous youth and wandering about the earth without a care in the world.
So who are you talking about now? Us? Me? Who?
Yes, you! You asked me, what about your behavior? Do I find distasteful?
I don't really remember asking that, man.
Oh, we need to go to Hobart now and pick up Smiles.
Yeah, we gotta go, man. It's awesome seeing you. He like also puts his hand out for like the handshake.
yeah, he shakes your hand as well, and then in turn shakes all of your hands.
I wish you luck.
If you, and as you're he's like ushering you in as you're walking through, the puppies start following him, and they're basically just like clinging at. You notice that actually as he entered the parlor, they were sitting very quietly outside the parlor and not entering that room. But as soon as he stepped out, they all started hounding around him and like yipping and barking and following him. And as he's leading you out, he says,
For each of you, except for you, and he kind of points to Lucius, as the power has been spent, should you spend some time looking inward and concentrating on the symbol that is emblazoned on your chest, you may find it bears certain powers that you may be able to leverage in times of need. But it requires great concentration to discover what those powers are. And each one is different, coded precisely to your temperament and demeanor.
I'm pretty sure
wish you-
in order to unlock that power, man, you got to die. That's what I did.
That is something of a fallback, a safety mechanism to keep you alive.
Hmm.
But there are other powers perhaps to be discovered within. I wish you luck again. And should you discover another piece of the Chronomaticum, do not hesitate to contact me.
Hmm.
I will give you direction on what to do with it and where to go next.
Okay. I'm gonna give him the Elvish kind of, goodbye that I've
Okay.
been taught. And,
Yeah, he
head out.
responds. He responds with the same gesture, the farewell gesture of the elves.
Mhm. Let's go. Let's go to Hobart.
So, and that is where we will end tonight's session. We will pick up again from here next week as the party, with the newfound respect of Sidonius, marches off into the Broken Waste to discover one of the missing pieces of the Chronomaticum.
What happened with Cerise?
We'll find out next week when we come back. All right, everyone, thanks for watching. Once again, good night, and see you next week.